All right, guys, welcome back to another rebooking of Survivor Series. You know what? I've kind of been on a roll booking, these Survivor Series in a Raw versus SmackDown kind of format. So I'm gonna just keep it going for the whole Ruthless Aggression era, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of the card. So before that, let's get into the original card. We got ECW Championship, CM Punk defeating John Morrison and The Miz. We got 10 Divas Tag Team match. Kelly, Maria, Michelle McCool, Mickey James, and Tori Wilson defeating Beth Phoenix, Jillian Hall, Layla, Melina, and Victoria. And we got the Road Tag Team Championship match. Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch defeating Cody, Rhodes, and Hardcore Holly. Then we got the traditional Survivor Series Tag Team match. Team Triple H, Jeff Hardy, Kane, and Rey Mysterio. Matt got injured prior to the match versus Umaga, Big Daddy V, Finlay, Mr. Kennedy, and MVP. And then we got the Great Khali defeating Hornswoggle by disqualification. Then we got the WWE Championship match. Randy defeating Shawn Michaels. The stipulation was if Shawn uses Sweet Chin Music, he would lose the match. But if Randy got himself disqualified, he would lose the belt. Then we got the main event, Hell in a Cell. Batista defeats The Undertaker. That's kind of when Edge returns. He's, disguised as a cameraman, spears the Undertaker, and gets Batista to win. So, yeah, it was actually not bad card, carried by the two main events. But the undercard, the Khali thing, the Hornswoggle thing, yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't really feeling the women's tag match. They weren't at the era where, they're at the level at now. So, and it was a 4-minute match, and they had like 10 women, in the match. So yeah, guys, let me get into my rebooking. Just for some housekeeping here, I'm actually in my road. I'm getting rid of ECW. There's like 20 people on that roster. There's literally no point of having ECW. I'll just turn it into like a main event, where like undercard or, undeveloped guys could go there. Kind of like similar to NXT. So that's what I would do. So there's no more ECW in my rebooking. And so let's get into it. We got the Women's Championship match. Beth Phoenix from Raw versus Victoria from SmackDown. So yeah, I looked at the roster. It said Victoria was from SmackDown, and you got two very powerful women, obviously Beth Phoenix, and then Victoria. She has power as well, and she can say how Beth Phoenix can say she's the most dominant woman in WWE. Victoria can step up to the plate and challenge her and say before there was you, I was here winning women's championships. So. Yeah, you got to give Beth Phoenix the win, though. So, Raw is now up 1-0. Then we got a tag team Survivor Series tag match featuring the tag team division. So, we got the World's Greatest Tag Team, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, and the Highlanders versus SmackDown's Jesse and Festus, Deuce and Domino, and the Major Brothers, who turned out to be Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. You got some good talent here. I'd actually give Team Raw to win. I have the World's Greatest Tag Team be sole survivors. They were the most established team here, so only makes sense. So now Raw is up 2-0. We got the Battle of the Tag Team Champions. We got from Raw, Paul London and Brian Kendrick versus from SmackDown, The Miz and Morrison. So obviously they're originally in ECW, but I'll just have them move to SmackDown. They eventually did win the WWE Tag Team Champions anyways while being on ECW. So yeah, I don't see much of a big change here. I'd actually give the win to Miz and John Morrison. They could also play off Paul London and Brian Kendrick and talk about how, they defeated John Morrison, to start their reign as tag team champions. So John Morrison could keep telling Miz that, he wants revenge for that. And yeah, they could get the win, whether it's holding on to the ropes or holding on to the tights. You could give these guys a lot of time. I think it'll be a really good match. So now it's 2-1 for Raw. Then we got the mid-card elimination match. We got Carlito from Cody Rhodes, Hardcore Holly, William Regal, and I'd move CM Punk from ECW to Raw versus Team SmackDown. We got MVP, Finlay, Chuck Palumbo, who was doing that biker gimmick at this time, Jimmy Wang Yang, and Chavo Guerrero. When you look at the dynamics on the team for Raw, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly, they were slowly forming a partnership there, so that's interesting. And on SmackDown, I'd actually have Finlay turn face, and he kind of has issues with MVP. MVP is a young, brash, cocky kid, and Finlay is, the grizzled veteran, who demands respect. So, and then you also got Jimmy Wang Yang and Chavo Guerrero, who feuded over the Cruiserweight title earlier in the year, so they got some tension going on there as well. I'd actually give CM Punk the win. I'd have CM Punk be the sole survivor. I think it'd be a very good match. CM Punk and MVP could be the last two. MVP could go for the playmaker. CM Punk could hit the go to sleep. And CM Punk is a sole survivor. Gets the win for Raw. So now Raw's up 3-1. And SmackDown's in trouble, right, guys. Now we got the battle of the mid-card champions. Santino Marella, the Intercontinental Champion from Raw, versus the Nature Boy Ric Flair, U.S. Champion. So I have Ric Flair defeat MVP sometime before this pay-per-view. So, yeah, I think you just got very two entertaining wrestlers, very comedic, obviously, Santino Marella and Ric Flair. So, yeah, I think this would be a very entertaining match. Of course, you got, Maria on in Santino's corner, but, she also has respect for Ric Flair. So, I'd have Ric Flair win, get the clean, feel-good win, get Santino to tap out. So now we're at 3-2. Now we're at the Battle of the World Champions. We got Batista versus Randy Orton. Obviously, Batista from SmackDown, Randy Orton from Raw. A lot of history between the two as well. Both in Evolution. Both became world champions. Obviously, Batista could say, that he got kicked out of Evolution. Wow. Batista, he ended Evolution. Batista could say he was the man, he's the man. And he, even when Randy got to the top, the fans still loved me over you. So he could, talk all that. And Randy could be in this cold, sadistic way and say, he vows to get revenge on everyone who's, done him dirty in the past. And Big Dave, you're on that list. So, yeah, definitely a good match. I'd actually have Batista get the clean victory. So now we're at 3-3, and we're into the main event. 5-on-5 Classic Survivor Series match. Team Raw. We got The Game, the Cerebral Assassin, Triple H, the Heartbreak Kid, the Showstopper, Shawn Michaels, the Charismatic Enigma, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Kennedy, and the Samoan Bulldozer, Umaga, versus the Phenom, the Deadman, the Undertaker, the Big Red Machine Kane, the Ultimate Underdog, Rey Mysterio, the World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry, and the Punjabi Giant, the Great Khali. So yeah, guys, let's look at Team Raw. You got DX here, which is cool, and they got their rivals as well, because Kennedy was getting into a feud with Shawn Michaels at Armageddon, and Triple H and Umaga, they already feuded prior to this. And then we also have, kind of the rise of Jeff Hardy. He I believe, defeated Triple H the next month. So this is a good stage for Jeff Hardy. And then on the SmackDown side, of course, you got the Brothers of Destruction. And then you also got a couple monsters, Mark Henry and the Great Khali. The Undertaker, he defeated Mark Henry at Unforgiven, so there's some history there. And Kane and the Great Khali, they fought throughout the year, most notably at WrestleMania 23. And it's pretty funny how like you kind of have 4 giants and then one small guy, Rey Mysterio. So it's a pretty unique dynamic there. And yeah, they got a lot of great talent here. I think it'll be a good match. So, I actually have the last two be Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker. Looks like Taker's about to win. Cameraman, it's Edge. Spears, The Undertaker gets out the ring. Jeff Hardy doesn't see it. He just sees Undertaker on the mat. He hits the Swanton Bomb. 1, 2, 3. What a payoff from 2002 where, Taker defeated Jeff Hardy. Now Jeff Hardy finally gets the win over Undertaker. Obviously going to set up Jeff Hardy to be the new number 1 contender. He fights Randy at Royal Rumble. Also sets up the, Taker and Edge rivalry. So, yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think about it. And let me run down through it right now. So, for the Women's Championship, Raw's Beth Phoenix versus SmackDown's Victoria. And we got the Tag Team Division Survivor Series Tag Team match. We got the World's Greatest Tag Team, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch and the Highlanders from Raw versus Jesse, Festus, Deuce, Domino, and the Major Brothers from SmackDown. And then we got the Battle of the Tag Team Champions. We got Paul London and Brian Kendrick from Raw versus The Miz and John Morrison from SmackDown. Then we got the mid-card Survivor Series Tag Team match. We got Carlito, Cody Rhodes, Hardcore Holly, William Regal, and CM Punk versus... And then on Team SmackDown, you got MVP, Finlay, Chuck Palumbo, Jimmy Wang Yang, and Chavo Guerrero. Then we got Santino Marella, the Intercontinental Champion, versus the United States Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Then we got Batista, the World Heavyweight Champion from SmackDown, versus the WWE Champion Randy Orton from Raw. And in the main event, we got Team Raw Survivor Series Elimination Tag Team match. Triple H, Jeff Hardy, Shawn Michaels, Umaga, and Mr. Kennedy versus The Undertaker, Kane, Rey Mysterio, the Great Khali, and Mark Henry for Team SmackDown. So yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think about the card. I try the best to do, try to rebook with the talent here. Obviously, 2007, there was a lot of injuries. A lot of people left the company as well, so it was kind of tough. John Cena wasn't on the card. Edge, although he made an appearance, he wasn't on the card as well. Booker T left the company. RVD left the company. So Chris Benoit, we all know that. So yeah, 2007 was kind of a tough year to rebook, but I tried my best. So once again, guys, I appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably going to do one more year, 2008, just to cap off the Ruthless Aggression era with the Raw versus SmackDown theme. So once again, guys, appreciate it. Peace out.